Hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to a bit of a tips and tricks video here on Stormworks Build and Rescue. This one's going to be mostly more career focused, about playing career, so to speak. Something you can do. It does technically also work in creative, depending on how you're playing it. So yeah, and I thought I'd talk about how some of the resources are handled. This isn't like a big major thing, it's just a little bit of tip in case you have issues with facilities like this and you need to make repairs or changes. So, sit back, relax, hope you enjoy what you watch, hope you like what you see. If you do, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, helps out the channel immensely, and yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, so the main thing I want to cover is how it stores resources on the game. When you know how you have, so if we go to the map, and you look over here, and you see it says, over atop any of the places, it says uranium ingots, diesel, jet fuel, and solid propellant. All that stuff, it gives you that data. Alright? And if you come over here to Mauve, you'll see it says the same thing here. Now here's an interesting thing. If you play a lot of career, you probably all know this, but if you don't, this is something relevant kind of as well to the situation. So when you come in here and look at the info for Mauve train station here, you will see that it shows 5110 liters. If we come over here to this station, it also shows 5110. You're like, hey, well, they just started. This is a fresh world for you, isn't it? So of course they're going to be saying, well, this is true. However, I go and load up, say this, and I want, we'll just do 15%. So we went and spawned this in. I do not have infinite resources on right now, just so you know. And we've got 2715 in there, and we got 2388. So I spawned it here. Now if we come back over Mauve, you'll see 2388. Why is this? These are two different stations. They should be separate. Well, the problem is the data for what's stored is stored in the tile, so to speak. So when you go to your, for your add-on editor, so you go to pick, say, a location, these are the tiles. And in the case of Meyer, and we find Mauve, which is right here, tile 1210, we go to Edit Objects, and you'll notice you have the train station here, and we have that little garage right here, because they're sitting here on this same tile. So all that data that's for the fuel is held here. Now, why is this important? Because when you go to return the fuel, for things like this, it adds it to the system when you don't have the infinite resources. So say we go and spawn this, or we'll head back over to Mauve real quick, because you saw I despawn that. You see, now we did lose some due to the piping of that trailer, which, it is what it is. But when we go to the bench here, now we have infinite resources, return back in. I am going to spawn this full fuel. Now we're going to turn the infinite resources off. And you can see, come out of here. We now have 22,959. Come back over here. Again, reads 22,959. Okay, so, you know, showing that the data is held and remembered. So, if you have the resources off, and then we go ahead, you can now spawn something else, say like this fluid trailer. And you'll see it says missing required diesel to fill tanks because it didn't have enough. 22,742. So why did I bring it up in front of the refinery? Well, the catch with the refinery is that if you are refining something, so to speak, in these towers that is of these data points, the uranium ingot, the diesel, the jet fuel, and the solid propellant, it's going to remember it. And the coal, by the way. It's going to remember it. So how we spawned in, or actually I didn't show that, but I had spawned this in with, you know, X amount of fluid here. So if something happens and I need to, you know, I need to despawn this, so I'm going to make a change. I can shut off the refinery, and my currently valued fluids are in the storage tanks. You can bring it in here, make your changes, and when you go to respawn it, as you can see, infinite resources, I got required diesel to fill tanks. It's not there. Probably because they lost some in the piping. It is what it is. But as you can see, 2860, 29,860, and we got the 59,000 here. So it still comes back and forth. So if you have a situation with refineries and such, you don't have to worry about losing. Now, the thing is, oil, however, is not a part of the data list. When you look at this. Now, I haven't seen evidence of it being saved, and it generally gets lost as well. So if you have oil in a refining tank, like, you know, I have this one right here, it's going to go bye-bye. I mean, it just is what it is. It's going to get deleted. So beware of that. If anything, you just have to worry about dumping these towers. Whatever your distillation is, whatever has the oil, if you can keep running to drop it off, then go for it, and then despawn it afterwards, because once it's converted. But yeah, if you have any of these fluids that are on this list, in any of these tiles, so like at your refineries, it will save the data. It will save that your diesel is there, that your jet fuel is there and stored. It won't store the oil because it's not on that list. So keep that in mind. Okay, yeah, so like I said, this is something just to keep in mind for when you're playing career and you need to change something and you don't want to have to worry about losing stuff that you've, you know, put in. If you can get it processed and get it in the storage tanks, it will remember that it's there and save it. This does work in creative. As you can see, I had to make this video through creative. I was switching through the different settings. So yeah, it's still there, it's still saved. And I know this also worked in dedicated servers because I've done it. I did it on, I believe it was the Naval Yard. I had that going. And let's just say I had some stashed fluid in there and it ended up, well, somebody put another one there so I couldn't access it. But either way, point is, it does work. As of the video, of this video, it does work this way. Hopefully I don't see any changes happening of it, so keep that in mind. So if you got to make changes, you think, see if you can process through as much as you can, and then just despawn it in career without the resources, you know, without infinite resources, and then just try to respawn it. So, alright, so hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed watch. This is Arcades, signing out. Have yourself a good day. Whee!